Premier of the province. Also want to recognize our young Aboriginals in Ottawa tonight. Today's meeting was about one thing, the health of Labradorians. The conversations that we had today by all four leaders, I would say, have come to a remarkable conclusion. There has been some challenging but necessary decisions on a very challenging process to get us where we are right now. Difficult situations shape and define us. And today that we have proven that we are strong leaders, strong enough to be able to find a way to work together toward a solution. The province of Newfoundland and Labrador, in partnership with the three groups, have found common ground on a lot of concerns, a lot of different issues today. Concerns of our Aboriginal leaders and their communities. We have provided you with a statement of what we have agreed to. Things like releasing water in the spring of 2017. And this is about phase one impoundment. The water, up until today, would have not necessarily been released. We've made a commitment and have ordered NALCOR to release the water from phase one impoundment. We have released and provided the Aboriginal leaders with all engineering reports that was needed for phase one impoundment. Also today, we've agreed to put in place an independent expert advisory committee. This will be guided by, made up of provincial, federal, municipal, and Indigenous groups. Going forward, decisions will be made using science-based research. This will dictate all decisions going forward. Today hasn't been easy, but we want to thank everyone for waiting for our outcomes, especially the media today. At one point or another, we have all had concerns about this project. As opposition leader, I opposed and led the longest filibuster in the history of this province on this very project. But our government is committed to working in partnership with the leaders here today, and we are confident that we can achieve the goals that have been outlined. So thank you. I'll now ask Grand Chief QP to make a few opening comments.
Good evening. And I would like to thank the Premier for inviting us to this very important meeting. And today, Innu Nation supports the decisions that were taken today. And Innu Nation has been one of ensuring that decisions are founded in good science. This development is in the heart of our land claim area and is extremely important to the Innu. We've reached an agreement that will protect the health of our people and our environment. And my thoughts have been with the young people that are in Ottawa and those back home. And I would also like to thank, it was a very nice gesture from a member of Nunatuvut who gave us a token of a medicine, a traditional medicine token for our meetings. So I'm very grateful for that. And we'll be taking part in the independent expert advisory committee. Innu Nation will appoint an expert to that committee as well. And also, what's very important is that I will ensure through Innu Nation that our elders are incorporated throughout this. Thank you.
Nakamik angayuka sa akbal Innu Nation angayuka institution QP Nunato Howard angayuka Tad Russell Ulumi Hobian to Magimik kati makawata. Hoya limay konga te mak. Muskrat Falls pichutigilo. Agiyora miksio peo na hawata. Ulumi unnak ikamayaka pui utawni arungi mata. Inu Street. Nigitari lutik nama singi utik hayut. Tamat suminga pichutaya mik. Billy Goche, Delilah Saunders, Amal Jeremy Schoolmeister. Amal Tauk Asingit, Nama Singitut, Tavani. Amal Tauk Regret Timut, Tamatchamunga, Hanitomata, Inu Singit, Pungitumut, Pia Unagayakoningit. Ila Labrador Mut Ilunatic, Inuhatica, a common logit. Nakomik Shu Peonata Ulumi. Thank you, Premier Ball, for this meeting with Indonesian leader Anastasia Kupi and also Nuneto Hawat leader Todd Russell. Today was a very tense and happy day for all concerned. And we are thinking of our young people who have put their lives on the line to protest against the Muskrat Falls project. Our thoughts are with Billy Goche, Delilah Saunders, and Jeremy Schoolmeister, and also to the land protectors who are within the project site, and also those who are outside on the road or at the gates, and anywhere within the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, across Canada. The work that you have done has made progress. And we are very happy to say to Labrador, Inuit, and Rigolet that your work also has made progress. And most certainly to our Labrador Inuit, your push to get us to the table with the Premier and the other leaders has made progress. And now we feel that all the work that we did today will be done together and as people of Newfoundland and Labrador to help each other, to look after the health, the well-being, the culture, the way of life of Labrador Inuit and other Aboriginal groups. Nakamik.
Well, good morning. My name is Todd Russell, and I'm the president of the Nunatuhavut Community Council. It's an honor for me to stand with my colleagues from Labrador, Johannes Lamp, the president of Nunatsiavut, Anastasia Kupi, Grand Chief of the Innu Nation, and the leader of the province, Premier Dwight Ball. When we went into this meeting today, we put at the center of the table the focus of our discussion, the health of our people, the protection of our way of life, and the preservation of our culture. And we took the view that we had to make change and we had to make progress to ensure that the impacts of methyl mercury were minimized and that our food could be secured, our culture maintained. This was at the heart of our discussions today. I am confident that the proposal that we have agreed upon, the approach that we are taking going forward, will ensure these things. And I'm thinking about our people back home, those inside the gate, those outside the gate. I think about our young people who walked in the driving rain, sleet, and snow to participate in a movement for change because it was about their health and well-being. I'm thinking about our elders who brought us to where we are today, and how I believe that they can have confidence that the traditions that they have preserved will now be handed from generation to generation. And I think about the breastfeeding moms who came to the protest and said, I'm thinking about future generations. And I believe we have made progress. The decisions that will be made going forward will not be at the whim of government. They will be made by science, and it will incorporate the traditional knowledge of our people. This is a huge step forward. We have a commitment that if the science says that the soils must be removed, there is a commitment that the soils will be removed. That is significant. We have a commitment that if initial flooding is required and the water levels rise, they will be brought back down again so that mitigation can happen in that initial flood zone. This is progress. So I want to say to all of those who have walked, who have advocated, the land protectors, that you have made progress, that you have achieved much of what you have set out to achieve. And I want to acknowledge the individual sacrifices of so many people who have made their contribution in their own way. So it is a good day, a good morning. And this done right will certainly make MUSKRAT right. So I thank you for your patience. I thank our people. Nakamik.
If I just ask the three leaders, do you have any sense whether this would persuade the protesters to leave the Muskrat Falls site? You go back to the microphone.
I asked the leader of the Nunavut government and the Labrador Inuit. I feel that the progress that has been made today will give the Labrador Inuit, the opportunity to go back home to your family, your friends, your children, your grandchildren. And I am confident that the details that we spoke to today will ensure